For our math lesson for week 3, we will be going over the different ways that we are learning how to represent a number. So this week, you have 2 math pages, and you get to practice these on your own. So I'm sure you've seen these, and it tells us that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways to show a number. So we're going to be going over that today in our video. So we're going to start out simple with number 1. So this is the way that we're used to seeing it, where you see our number 1, right? Our number 1. Now here is this. This is a dice that you play a game with. This is a picture of a dice that you might see on a board game. And how many dots are on this dice? 1, right? So this number 1 is the same thing as this 1 that's represented on this dice, right? Okay, there's that one. And this is our 10 frame. We've practiced this a few times in class. So we have our frame, and there's 10 little squares in this frame, isn't there? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 little frames in here, right? That's why it's called a 10 frame. How many of our frames are filled up? 1, yes, good job. There's 1 filled in. So we have our number 1 here. We have our number 1 represented here with our dice. And we have our 1 represented right here in our 10 frame, right? There's 1 of each of them. Good job. Okay, now this, it looks like the number 1, doesn't it? But this is actually called a tally mark. It's like the line. And how many tally marks are on this card? 1, yes. So it's the same thing, right? We have our number 1 here. We have our 1 dot in our dice. We have our 1 dot in our 10 frame. And we have our 1 tally mark, right? Good job. Okay, this is the last way that we're going to learn how to represent the number 1. Does anyone know what this is? You might have seen this in a game too. This is called a domino. How many dots are on this domino? Yeah, 1. So our domino, our 1 dot on our domino is the same thing as our number 1. Our dice that has 1 dot. Our 1 frame that's filled in. Our 1 tally mark. And our 1 dot on our dice. It's all, or on our domino. It's all the same thing. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna start on the next number. So, what is this number? Yes, 2. Good job. It's the number 2. So, we're gonna have the same numbers. This is our dice. How many dots is on our dice? Yes, 1, 2. 2 dots is on our dice. So it's the same thing as our number 2, isn't it? Okay, here comes our 10 frame. How many dots are filled in on our 10 frame? 1, 2. Yep. So our 2 dots on our 10 frame is the same thing as these 2. It's the same number. It's still 2, isn't it? What about this? Remember, this isn't a number. These are our tally marks. That's like a line. So how many tally marks are on our card? 1, 2. Yep, 2 tally marks. And then here's our domino. How many dots are on our domino? Yep, 1, 2. 2 dots on our domino. So we just saw all these ways to represent 2, right? Yep. They all represent the number 2. Good job. Okay, we're moving on to number 3, right? Here's our 3. Okay, here's our dice. How many dots are on our dice? 1, 2, 3. That's the same as our number. Good job. Here comes our 10 frame. How many dots are in our 10 frame? Yep, 1, 2, 3. Good job. And then here's our tally marks. How many lines? How many tally marks? 1, 2, 3. Good job. And then our domino. This one looks a little bit different, but how many dots are there? There's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 dots, right? There's 2 on this side and 1 on this side. Good job, you guys. We're almost done. Here's number 4, right? Number 4. How many dots are on our dice? 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. Okay, here comes our 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots on our 10 frame. And here's our tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lines on our tally marks, right? 4 of them. And then what about this? Our domino. How many are on our domino? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Another way, all of these represent the number 4, don't they? They all represent the number 4. Okay, and then we're gonna do the number 5 really fast, right? This is our number 5. And then how many dots are on here? On our dice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dots on our dice. And on our 10 frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dots on our 10 frames. And then our tally marks, this one looks a little different than what we've seen because it has a slash, right? But that's still a tally mark. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tally marks. And then on our domino, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. So we have all these different ways to represent the same number. It's all the number 5. It's all the number 5. So before we go, we're gonna practice writing it on our board. If you want, you can write what I write on a piece of paper because we're gonna practice making the number 6 in all these different ways. So first, I'm gonna draw our number 6. That's gonna be our number we're practicing. So what was our first form? Yeah, a domino, or not a domino, a dice. So, sorry, that's my dog. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a square because the dice is square. And on my dice, I'm gonna draw 6 dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots on my dice. Okay, and now next was our 10 frame. So right below here, I'm gonna draw our 10 frame. Okay. And then there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm not the best drawer. Okay, so now I have our 10 frames, right? And I want to make it where it represents the number 6. So I'm going to draw. How many circles do you think? Yep, I'm going to draw 6 circles in our 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 circles. Good job. And then the next way that we learned how to show our number is with our tally marks, right? So I want to draw 6 tally marks. So, and remember, they're just like lines. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And our fifth one does something special. It does slanted. So 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 tally marks. Then the last way that we showed our different numbers was with our domino, right? So what shape is a domino? A rectangle. A rectangle. And then you draw a line down the middle, so it kind of makes 2 squares. Our rectangle makes 2 squares. And how many dots do I have to put in there? 6. You are so right. 6. And we could do it any way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put 4 in that square. And I'm going to put 2 in this square. And that would make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes 6 dots. But if you wanted to, you could put 1 dot in this square and 5 dots in this square, right? Let's see. Let's make another one with the same ones, right? If I wanted to, I could put 1 dot in this square, and I could put 5 dots in this square. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It still equals 6. So it doesn't really matter how many dots you have in this square or this square, as long as the whole rectangle together equals 6, okay? So that's how we did it, right? We did it just like we did on our cards when we practiced. We have our number 6. We have our dice with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots in it. We have our tin frame that's filled up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames are filled up, right? And then we have our tally mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have our 6 tally marks, and we have our domino that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles in it. So these are all the different ways that you can show your numbers, okay? So on here, this is what you're gonna do, right? You see your numbers here. You see number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 are all in this column. And so you're gonna trace it. And then here is our tally marks. So you're gonna show me in this box our tally marks, and you're gonna have to count them out and make sure they equal this number, right? So you'll write your tally marks, and you'll do your dots on your dice. See, that's how you know it's a dice. It's a nice little square for you. And then your 10 frames, you'll fill in the number of frames to match this number over here. And then you'll do the same thing for your dominoes, right? I know y'all are doing such a great job working on this, and I'm so proud of you all. Another way you could practice doing this is you could practice counting things around your house and showing different ways that you can count and count the same thing. And you could have 10 goldfish during your snack, and you could find 10 flowers outside, right? You could find all kinds of different ways to count the same number. Okay. That's all for today. Bye.